It's a setback for Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. The petition of the Chief Minister has in fact been dismissed, which essentially means that the Karnataka High Court has ruled in favor of a probe being conducted against the Chief Minister. So that's the big verdict that is coming in at the moment. Veera, we're given to understand that the Karnataka High Court has said that there can be a probe against the Chief Minister.
I'm still waiting for confirmation on this and the exact details from our reporter Pratibha Raman, who's inside the court. I don't have that that categorical confirmation because remember, it's a complex case and one needs to listen very carefully and go through the context of the order, what has been dismissed, if it has been dismissed, the exact details before we arrive at a conclusion on what this really means. So we may have to just hold our horses a bit there, Rishika, till we get clarity. But as you're mentioning,
we have Pratibha sending us these details from inside the court. Veera, we are getting.
So Pratibha has sent this information.
Yes,
the complaint.
Yes, Pratibha has sent this information, and I'll just tell you very quickly what Pratibha has said. What's happened in court essentially, while dismissing the petition challenging this governor's sanction, the Karnataka High Court has maintained that the complainants were justified in pursuing the complaint and seeking approval at the hands of the governor. So that is essentially a big win for the complainants in this case and a big setback for Siddaramaiah, is it not?
Remember, if this is what is the order, which says that there is no fault found in the governor's actions as far as the order is concerned, which is the message that's come from Pratibha, that the governor did apply his mind in abundance, which is how the court has held, then it would mean that prosecution against Siddaramaiah, which was stayed until this verdict, will resume. Now, this is a huge setback for the Chief Minister. A, as I mentioned, because the prosecution will go forward.
Yes.
And B, as you mentioned, what will happen to the internal dynamics and the question of moral authority will come into play. May not immediately, but one will have to see how this plays out in the next coming days. Because just pointing out, Rishika, that the Chief Minister will also challenge this order in the High Court, just as the petitioners would have challenged it had it gone the other way.
Okay.
And also underlining, this again will become an important order because a High Court is a court of record on the powers of a governor to issue sanction to a chief minister, even when a cabinet advises against such a procedure.
So this is an important precedent. This is an important precedent that the Karnataka High Court has essentially set, because the judge, while delivering this verdict against the chief minister, has said very categorically, and again, this is information that our colleague Pratibha Raman is sending us from inside the courtroom, that under normal circumstances, it is the duty of the governor to act on the advice of the Council of Ministers, but he can take an independent decision in exceptional circumstances. Present case is one such exception.
And just pointing out that the governor's argument before the court was the 2004 Madhya Pradesh Special Police Establishment versus State of Madhya Pradesh case here, where the governor could prima facie act irrespective of what the cabinet advises in this case. Look, the governor versus government, state government battles have been playing out in several states. And this was another crucial question in terms of accordance of sanction for prosecution. One has to wait for more details of the order. We hope to get those from Pratibha, but the initial information that she shared with us from inside the court is that the petition challenging the sanction of prosecution of Chief Minister Siddaramaiah in the High Court has been dismissed by the High Court. It's likely that the Chief Minister, in fact, it's almost certain that the Chief Minister and his legal team will challenge this order in the Supreme Court. But it is a blow for Siddaramaiah. Had it gone the other way, the petitioners would have also challenged it. But this would mean that given till the Supreme Court or a higher court intervenes in this matter, the prosecution against Siddaramaiah can proceed.
Okay, in fact, we're given to understand now, Veera, that Abhishek Manu Singhvi, appearing on behalf of the Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, also sought an extension of the interim stay. He sought an extension of the interim stay for another 2 weeks, and that is also something that was denied to the judge. So essentially what this means, if I'm not wrong, is that the probe will begin immediately.
No, the prosecution, the FIR, filing of an FIR, the legal prosecution process against the Chief Minister will begin till the Supreme Court or till they get legal redressal to this measure from the High Court. It is quite, one would expect that a stay would not have been granted by the High Court if it has dismissed the petition overall. And the order seems categorical. Obviously, as I'm mentioning again here, Rishika, one has to wait for the context and the details of the order. But from what Pratibha has reported to us, the High Court has held that the governor did apply his mind in abundance and no fault found in the governor's actions as far as the order of August 1st is concerned, which gave sanction to prosecution of the Chief Minister. The petition was filed by the Chief Minister, remember, challenging that order on the 19th of August, and the High Court has dismissed that petition challenging the governor's order. So which means prosecution can go ahead against the Chief Minister. We'll have to wait for Pratibha Raman to come out of the court to give us more details if we can join her.
Right. In fact, we are hoping to get Pratibha live in just a moment from now, Veera. But I also want to tell you we're getting live shots of Chief Minister Siddaramaiah as he attends an event. It's the inauguration of a Mobility Exposition 2024, I'm told. Live visuals of the Chief Minister addressing an event in Bengaluru that are in fact coming in at the moment. But you know, an important point that was made, Veera, about the fact that this is essentially a judgment that not just has consequences for the Chief Minister himself, but also about the future of the government in Karnataka. How does this now play out politically? What are you picking up?
Look, with 135 plus MLAs and with the kind of majority that the Karnataka government enjoys, I think the Congress itself would seem extremely confident at the moment. However, this is a blow. How Siddaramaiah reacts to this, what the next stages are, how the Congress party reacts to it. So far, the entire cabinet has been united behind the Chief Minister, claiming this is an entire political witch hunt against him and that there was no illegalities or wrongdoings on his part. This has been the public stand taken by the entire Congress leadership in the state and the center. Now, post this, will there be a question mark over that? How will the internal dynamics of the Congress play? Because it is an open secret that there are leaders in the Congress party who have publicly and privately expressed their desire to occupy the post of Chief Minister. So far, of course, most senior leaders have said the post of Chief Minister is not vacant. Siddaramaiah has remained firm and strong as far as his position is concerned. I believe we can go across to Pratibha as well, who's just joining us from outside the High Court.
Yes, Pratibha, tell us what happened in court. Break it down for us.
Well, in fact, it was a quick presentation of the judge there, who was present sharp at 12 noon, and he began to narrate the facts and the findings as far as this case is concerned. He spoke about how the governor did apply his mind. In fact, the application of mind was in abundance, was one of the observations that was made by the judge there. He also went on to talk about how this petition that has been put forth by the Chief Minister challenging the permission for prosecution needs a definite investigation, and also spoke about how the governor can act independently as far as this particular case is concerned. The order does not suffer from non-application of mind. The facts narrated in the petition needs investigation, and hence the petition stands dismissed. Mr. Singhvi, representing the Chief Minister, did ask for extension in terms of the interim stay that was given as far as the jurisdictional courts are concerned, where it was a definite relief for the Chief Minister then. And he sought an extension for about 2 weeks, which was denied by the judge. And he said that by 2:30, this order would be put forth at the court's website, and soon after which the jurisdictional courts will be acting on this. The complainants or the respondents who did first approach the court, as well as the police and the governor, in terms of seeking investigation in the MUDA allegations, all of them are right now sub judice, and those will also continue as far as the jurisdictional courts are concerned. Now, the key question is what would be the counter strategy of the Congress government? Back to
Pratibha, also, yes, Veera, go ahead.
Rishika, sorry, I just wanted to point out here that with this verdict, the political fallout, I think, is something that needs to be focused on at the moment. You had reported just now, and Pratibha has reported, that there were several measures taken by authorities to ensure that there was no gathering or no protest that was allowed post this verdict. They were taking several measures. But Pratibha, from what you're gathering, the Chief Minister Deputy Chief Minister, other Congress leaders. What are you picking up? Obviously, they were anticipating it. Obviously, they're bound to move to the Supreme Court, move the Supreme Court on this case. But interim, do you believe that the dissenting factions in the Congress party, which have openly vied or eyed the post of Chief Minister, do you see them striking now? Or do you believe that they're going to remain united till there is more clarity on this case from the Supreme Court?
Well, there is definitely going to be a counter strategy playing out by the Chief Minister. In fact, like you pointed out, Veera,
All right,
yes,
I'm going to interrupt you, Pratibha,
Supreme
for
Court
just a
will also
moment because we're getting a live reaction from the petitioner. Let's just listen in. Do stay with us.
I'll leave the field to my counsel to speak.
So how do you see this order, sir?
See, the writ, I think we can move there, right? Yeah.
Okay. So how do you see this order?
The writ petition. Okay. The writ petition challenging the order of approval passed by His Excellency the Honorable Governor of Karnataka has been dismissed, and the summary of the judgment would be that the facts envisaged in the complaint would undoubtedly warrant investigation, firstly. And secondly, the act...
Yes, sir. Your first reaction after the verdict.
See, the summary that we have heard now is absolutely in expected lines. I just spoke a little while ago, and accordingly, the orders come. We were expecting.
If they approach the Supreme Court, what will be
filed
your...
a caveat. We filed a caveat. We have filed a caveat. Yes, sir.
How do you think the political fallout of this would be?
I'm not going to speak anything political at all. Political fallout is not my concern.
So that was Mr. T.J. Abraham refusing to talk about the political fallout, but has said that he has already applied a caveat as far as the Supreme Court is concerned, and that he is willing to fight it at the Supreme Court in case the Chief Minister knocks the doors of the top court as well.